Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Thursday, November the 21st, the year 2019. Let's talk trading, developing a method. What a method will not do. A method is not going to overcome your bad habits, your bad tendencies. It just won't. That's something you have to do. Many of you or some of you may know, I guess I made a new friend out there. He's challenged me. He's questioning my intentions. But, for the most part, as I put out there, I'm just going to ignore him. Because he's not interested. Really. Not interested in learning. But the rest of you are. But the thing is, you can take my methods or somebody else's method. But if you don't follow it, if you don't work it, if you don't look in the mirror to see where the problem most likely lies, it's not going to work out for you. I mean, there's traders who just can't do the buy zone. And there's traders who they're making a killing off the buy zone. Now, people say, well, do your methods, is anybody making a living off your methods? I mean, wrong attitude. Question is rather than focus on other people and what they're doing and how they're doing it and what they're thinking and their portfolio size and whether or not they're making a living, focus on your own goals. Focus on what you want to do. Because for the most part, we're creatures of habits. And if we don't change our habits, our results don't change. If you want to stop smoking, then stop smoking. But if you sneak a cigarette in here and there, you haven't quit. If you want to lose weight, move more, eat less. Select healthier foods. I mean, it's not difficult. But once again, habits. Oh, that jelly donut looks so good. Oh, I just love ice cream. Oh, go to the gym. Well, hey, you know what? I got to do this. I'll go tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. And I bet some of you are laughing right now because you know what I'm saying is true. So the other thing is that a lot of people, they don't really have a plan. They don't have a system. I want you to really ponder this. I want you to focus on it. As you go about your day, whether or not you're trading, it doesn't matter what you're doing, I want you to pay attention and just see how many times you catch yourself doing something without thought, just doing it on automatic pilot. And then I want you to say if whether or not it works for you. Because if it's not working, then you've got to change. It's that simple. We probably all want to improve in various areas of our life, our health, our wealth, we probably want to be a little bit neater here and there, unless you've got OCD, and then maybe you want to relax a little. But the fact of the matter is that if we're not paying attention, then our habits are controlling us. And if our habits aren't working for us, they're working against us. So unless we change those habits, we're going to keep producing the same results. And that's so true in trading. So if you're having a problem with a system, you keep getting stopped out. Are you really following the system? Or perhaps, are you missing something? I mean, it doesn't hurt you to not take a trade, but, make sure you've got a checklist, a written checklist. You can use the TRO My Notes indicator, and you can put those notes right on the screen. Make sure you do those 3 or 5 things you need to do before you click the mouse and enter the trade. And then, if you're still having problems, slow things down. That's why I usually suggest people trade using H1 charts. But if that's not working for you, use the H4 chart. Now, price is the same on all charts, but your signals aren't going to be the same because your signals most likely are based on a candle pattern and or candle color. So maybe the H1 is showing green, but the H4 is showing red. So maybe if you just wait to the end of that H4 candle, then you can get in. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But you see, sometimes, as I've stated before, and it's not something that's original to me, but sometimes you just have to make a minor adjustment. It makes all the difference in the world. Sometimes you have to do a major overhaul. It's like with a car. Sometimes, you just might have to do a little tuning. Sometimes you got to tear that engine apart and fix what's wrong with it. So, and when you're developing a method, keep in mind what it won't do, what it will not do, and that is it will not overcome any bad trading habits that you have installed. So, for example, if you haven't installed your risk and money management habit, if you're not putting that stop loss on, if you're not making sure you're not losing any more on a particular trade than you're willing to lose on any particular trade, then that's one habit you have to install. Of course, fellow traders, as always, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. And trading is very risky. That being said, if you need financial advice, and in fact, my new fan out there, if you're seeking financial advice, if you're looking for financial advice and help, please find yourself an accredited financial professional. So that way you'll feel so much better when you lose money after you've taken their advice, as opposed to taking advice from me, somebody else on YouTube, or somebody else you stumble across in the internet or offline in real life. Okay? So, I wish you well, but really, seek your advice from an accredited financial professional and do us all a favor. Thank you. So, looking here at, 3 simple lines, yesterday's high, yesterday low, today's open. You can see what price has done. It fell, went through yesterday's low, which, means it exited the wick zone. And where was that low? That low was at 27. So there was a potential of 7 pips. Hey, you want to take off 2 pips because of the spread, even though the spread's less than 1, I'll give you 2. There was 5 pips to be had. Now somebody's going to say, oh, 5 pips, if I would have put my stop loss here, blah, blah, blah. Once again, you need to fine tune. Because the question is, if it's working for somebody else and success leaves clues, then maybe you need to look at the clues, as opposed to ranting and raving about why this method sucks or the person who created the method sucks. No, as Dan Locke would most likely say, you suck. Okay, one pair hasn't filled the gap yet. Let's see, we're 32 pips off of the weekly low. You can see here, so far we're forming a second inside bar on the week. 21 pips below that weekly open, but the month is still green. 105, 106 pips below the yearly open. You can see here, price and made a new high there, but now it's making lower highs. It's making lower lows. And so we need to see what happens if price can make a new daily high again. Once again, price leaves clues, buyers and sellers leaves clues. It pretty much can tell you which direction to trade. So once again here, we broke out of the opening range here, first day of the week, Monday. We broke out of that range to the bottom. So anybody taking that trade there had some pips. Now, but we got in the first day of the month's range, but you see here it came in, but then it reversed. And anybody who took that trade is making some pips. So you can see here, if you're a red rat, you could have made pips. If you're a green rat, you could have made pips. And actually, maybe if you were a Yale student doing this, you would have made pips. Daily open, you can see we went down, touched the June, first trading day of June's open and bounced. It is kind of interesting how some of these simple lines, you can see the action around them. I mean, here's the opening day here. It hit it, went back. We had a couple of crosses. See, very small cross there. And in this case, it crossed to the downside, and it was a nice cross. Here to the upside, not so much. A little bit better here. Here it got stuck. Right here, August day, didn't quite make it. So, just once again, just trading simple lines. I mean, you can use whatever horizontal lines you want. And here we go, in and out of some opening day ranges. Inside bar, once again, there was a break. Really not much of a break to the downside. Let's see, 27, 36, 9 pips, take away 2, 7 pips. Still money to be made. Only 2 pairs over 100. Once again, showing the breakout of the previous day's low. Here we had H1 highest open today, H1 lowest open right here for the week. Pivot point right near the daily open. As you can see, price took it out, trading through the buy zone here. Here's a buy zone, scratch trade or a loss, or maybe you're still in it. Let's see here. Rat zones, really too close to really partake in the rat zones. Pivots, we saw, we took it out. Took it out here. So we've got one missed pivot. November, one missed pivot. In October, one in September. Horizontal lines, once again, just every 10 pips. Price doesn't like staying between them, as you can see what's happening right now. Wick zone. Oh, this is the one, do I trade the wick zone? Yeah, I trade the wick zone when appropriate, when I see the opportunity. Do I just sit there and only look at the wick zone? No. But you can see here price in and out. So let's see, if you went in here and you took this, there was an opportunity for a profit. If you took this one, opportunity for profit. Now, if you're sticking with candle color, you wouldn't have taken these shorts here, but you would take this long. In this case, you'd take the short. So I don't know what's going on.